User role privs, user sys privs, and user tab privs are some useful metadata views for roles and privileges. Let's take a look in SQL+. Let's connect to the concepts user. And let's do a describe on the first view, which is user role privileges. User role privileges. What this view should give me is all roles granted to the concepts user. So let's select username and granted role from user role privileges for the concepts user. And I can see here that the concepts user has the connect role and the resource role granted to it. Let's go to the next view and we look at user system privileges. User system privileges gives me all system privileges granted to my current user. So I can select username, privilege, and admin option from user sys privs. And here I find that I have system privileges granted to concepts of query, rewrite, and unlimited table space. The next one is user tab privileges. So let's describe user tab privileges. These are all table privileges granted to the concepts user from other users. As you can see, there aren't any because no users have granted any privileges to the concepts user. What I'd like to do now is to show you or give you a quick look at the connect and resource roles. Remember, these roles are deprecated or removed from Oracle at this stage, since Oracle would like Oracle users to construct their own security structures using roles and privileges. However, the connect and resource roles tell you more or less what you need in order for a user to connect to the database. So let's type in select. First of all, let's go and look at what we need to do. I need to be connected in order to look at this view. The role sys privs view, I need to look at this particular view logged in as a DBA. So I'm going to log in as my sys user. SysDBA. I'm going to type, first of all, let's describe the view. Role sys. This gives you privileges, system privileges assigned to roles. So role, privilege, admin option. The role is the name of the role, the privilege is the system privilege assigned to the role, and the admin option allows that role to allocate it to someone else, assign it to someone else. The user who receives the grant to the role can also grant administration of that privilege to another user. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do select. We can look at everything, so we use star from role sys privs. Now we only want to look at connect and resource, so we're going to use role is in connect and resource. This in clause is another part of SQL which we will get to at a later stage. What do we have? Here's the connect role. Here's the resource role. As I said, connect is really for end users. Well, perhaps that's not strictly true, because an end user would only really require an alter session system privilege and a create session system privilege. That's what allows, that's the minimum. Alter session, create session is the minimum that allows connection to the database. The connect role also allows creation of certain database objects, such as tables, synonyms, views, etc. These are not essentially required for end users. You don't necessarily want end users creating tables in your database. In fact, you probably really don't. This connect role is more of a power user type role, really, for, if you like, a combination between an end user and a developer. The resource role is for developers. The resource role really extends the connect role. So your developers would have lots of create, alter, drop, etc. privileges on objects, probably only within their own schemas so that they can't drop database administration objects from production databases. End users would really have alter session and create session. A DBA set of privileges would look slightly different. We could go and look at a role called DBA, and we'll actually say in DBA. We could go and look at the DBA role, and you'll find that there are a lot more privileges there. As you can see, we have 124 rows. Fitting it all together: the database, schemas and users, privileges, and roles. Let's just go through this diagram. Schemas and users, the same thing, one and the same, are included in the Oracle database. The schemas contain the tables, your data. Users also are the same thing as a schema, but you can have other users who can have different functions on that set of tables or schema. Privileges, either system or object or both, are assigned to schemas and users. Privileges can also be assigned to roles. As you can see, there are different types of roles here, and roles can be assigned to users and or schemas. It's important to note as well that roles can also be assigned to roles. So you can create roles such as connect and resource, and then connect and resource can be assigned to a new developer role which you could create. That role is called developer. So the developer role could have two roles assigned to it, namely connect and resource. This is how it all fits together. We have privileges assigned to roles and users, roles assigned to users, and users contained within the database.